The man accused of the hit-and-run death of a Weld County Sheriff's deputy made his first appearance in court today.
The suspect, Norberto Gonzalez Garcia, was arrested late last night, one day after the Sheriff's Department said he hit and killed Deputy Alexis Hine-Nunes, who was on her way to work at the time. Investigators say Gonzalez Garcia is living in the country without prior authorization. 9 News crime and justice reporter Matt Jablow is following this story. He joins us live outside the Weld County Courthouse. Matt?
Kim Gonzalez Garcia is charged with leaving the scene of an accident and careless driving resulting in death. This afternoon, he made his first court appearance since Deputy Hine-Nunes' death. According to the Weld County Sheriff's Department, the incident happened around 5:30 afternoon near the intersection of AA Street and 37th Avenue in Greeley. Deputy Alexis Hine-Nunes, 1 week away from her 25th birthday, was hit and killed riding her motorcycle on her way to work at the Weld County Jail. The Sheriff's Department says she was hit by the driver of a car who then took off on foot into a nearby cornfield. After a day-long search, Sheriff's deputies arrested 35-year-old Norberto Gonzalez Garcia late last night at an apartment complex in Fort Collins. Online records indicate that Gonzalez Garcia has previously been arrested in Colorado for various traffic violations and 2 DUIs, the latest in 2013. He has not been charged with DUI in connection with Deputy Hine-Nunes' death, though the arrest affidavit says an empty bottle of beer and a broken open can of beer were found in his car. Deputy Hine-Nunes was a 2016 graduate of Loveland High School, where she was the captain of the state championship junior ROTC program. On Friday, this coming Friday, she and her teammates will be inducted into the school's Hall of Fame, and a moment of silence will be held for Deputy Hine-Nunes. Kim and Tom.
It's good to know more about her because we knew she had quite a few accomplishments before she took on this job as well. Thank you, Matt.
We turn to the Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office. They want help in trying to find the people who they say shot into several homes in Centennial on Sunday. The Sheriff's Office says they got reports of gunshots near Peakview Elementary School at about 8:30 on Sunday night. Someone on Flanders said a bullet went through their home and hit the armrest of a chair that their 7-year-old was sitting in. Homes on Dunkirk also had bullets go through them. No one was hurt, but now they're looking for 2 cars, a black Mustang or Dodge with a loud exhaust and a black BMW 4-door sedan. The Sheriff's Office is asking anyone in the neighborhood with doorbell or surveillance cameras to go through their video from Sunday night. And we're continuing to learn more about the woman who was hit by a train while she was inside of a police car. The Greeley woman is expected to survive, but did suffer multiple injuries.
On Friday, she was pulled over after someone complained about a road rage incident. Just an hour ago, Jeremy Hahola spoke with her attorney. Jeremy, it's still remarkable that she is expected to survive.
Yeah, this is really something. She has a personal injury attorney now and remains in the hospital with multiple broken bones. Her name is Yareni Rios Gonzalez. She is 20 years old and a TSA agent, according to her attorney. So this happened on Friday night. Platteville police pulled her over near a train crossing about 50 miles north of Denver off of Highway 85 north of Fort Lupton. The officer parked his police unit right on the train tracks during that stop. He then placed her inside the police unit. Her attorney tells me she saw the train coming and tried to get the attention of police. Of course, she was frantic. The doors were locked. The train then collided with the police cruiser. Platteville's chief has not responded to our request for comment. Our legal expert believes the officers responsible here could be charged.
It's really inconceivable that in this day and age, any adult would park on railroad tracks. If that isn't the essence of reckless behavior, I don't know what is.
The Colorado Bureau of Investigation is looking into this incident along with Colorado State Patrol. So far, Rios Gonzalez has not been officially charged. However, about 30 minutes ago, we got word Fort Lupton police have sent a felony summons for her in that road rage allegation to the county attorney, to the district attorney in Weld County for review. The DA will decide if charges should be filed in that case. Now, coming up at 5, this train crossing has a history of train collisions. It should have been well known among local law enforcement. I'll have more on that in the next hour on 9 News.
Yeah, you would think all of the train crossings would be well known to law enforcement. They're very common in that part of the state, and I would imagine they pretty much know where they all are.
Yeah, exactly. Those train crossings are very common. This one doesn't have any signals, doesn't have any lights. We'll get more into that at 5 o'clock.
Wow.
Okay, we'll look for that. Thank you, Jeremy.
Yep.
And today, the man accused of killing Arvada police officer Dylan Vakoff appeared in court to face charges. Sonny Almanza is facing 11 counts, including murder of a peace officer and child abuse. He was not in the courtroom, instead appearing over WebEx from the jail. Almanza waived his right to hear the charges read in court. His next hearing is scheduled for October 7th.
Let's take a look outside. A lot of blue sky, another warm day, but Kathy's talking about the change that is coming our way. Of course, fall is coming our way as well. It's imminent, as we like to say in the biz.
That's right. Sunshine, you guys, back in the 90s here, but really the big weather story, or one of the big weather stories over the past few days, has been Hurricane Fiona. It is now moving out over the Atlantic after hitting Puerto Rico and just creating flash flooding, devastation, and major destruction. As a matter of fact, you see the scenes across Puerto Rico this afternoon. They're dealing with flooding and mudslides, and the rain continues across that area tonight. Even though Fiona is well north of the area, we've got trees down, power lines down, and the Dominican Emergency Operations Center is warning that rains may persist for several more days in that area. And then as we go to the opposite end of the spectrum, up in Alaska, they were hit with one of the biggest storms to ever hit that area on record. Alaska's governor is seeking a federal disaster declaration after that brutal storm hit Alaska's west coast. The remnants of Typhoon Merbok began lashing the coastal communities of Alaska on Friday, bringing flooding powerful enough to topple buildings, if you can believe it. Meantime, we're bracing for rain here in Colorado, but nothing like that. A California storm system is approaching Colorado, already seeing some moisture feeding up into the western half of the state, but we're waiting on a cold front from the north that will bring temperatures out of the 90s into the 60s both tomorrow and Thursday. Hot and hazy out there this afternoon. Decent drive on I-70, no major issues yet, but that may be changing with the arrival of that front, and a flood advisory and flood watch that will go out for western Colorado, which enjoyed temperatures in the 70s today, above average highs for Denver, Greeley, Sterling, and Sydney this afternoon. But that rain is coming our way and may be heavy tomorrow afternoon and evening and heading into Thursday. So again, a flood watch out for western Colorado. We'll be monitoring those burn scar areas with 1 to 2 inches of rain coming into Park, Summit, and Grand counties. Around here tonight, increasing clouds, decreasing temperatures. Not expecting showers until after midnight, but that cooler weather is coming. We've got rain in the extended forecast. I'll tell you how much. That's just ahead.
Thank you, Kathy. Today marks 11 years since the end of Don't Ask, Don't Tell.
Now, that policy enacted during the Clinton administration was in effect from February of '94 through September of 2011. That was the policy prohibiting military personnel from discriminating against or harassing closeted homosexual or bisexual service members or applicants. Well, it also barred openly gay, lesbian, or bisexual persons from military service. The policy prohibited those people, saying that their presence would, quote, create an unacceptable risk to the high standards of morale, good order, and discipline, and unit cohesion that are the essence of military capability. President Obama signed the repeal into law in December of 2010.
InfoWars founder Alex Jones spoke out outside a courthouse in Connecticut today, where a jury will decide how much he will pay in damages for telling his audience of millions the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting was a hoax.
So today in those comments, Jones referred to the judge as a tyrant and said that she is forcing him to say that he's guilty.
The judiciary has been weaponized and is on trial here. The judge has found me guilty despite the fact we turned over all the discovery. They didn't have a case, they had to default me. She's now ordered me to not say I'm innocent and ordered me to say that I have not profited from Sandy Hook. That's ordering me to perjure myself. I will not perjure myself under the orders of a judge. This has never before been done in U.S. history. It's a struggle session right out of communist China or South Africa. This is serious tyranny, regardless of what you think about me or how the media has twisted what I said over the years.
Reminder that Jones was found guilty after repeatedly refusing to turn over documents to these Sandy Hook lawyers.